2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan here, along with Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg. Happy you could join us. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, what are you going to be looking for in this one from Graham?
Yeah, here's a guy who gives the coach the luxury of a very simple play call, which is just the ISO. Get in the ball and get out of the way, and good things are going to happen.
And another skill that sets him apart, his success rate on catch-and-shoot jumpers. It's not every player that has such a great feel for that particular shot.
So for the Jazz in this matchup, they got to be feeling pretty good as they won that last outing against the Pelicans.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team. Guys, they never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
From 6 feet. Pass to Richards. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And that one's good.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against Dallas.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with New Orleans head coach. He's been chewing over the best plan of attack against this defense with all that shot blocking inside. He said the big thing is we can't play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. Kevin, we'll see if they can turn the tables this time around and even the season series. Back to you.
Thanks for that report, Doris. Guys, do you think we'll see game planning early on that might end up developing through the game as far as getting through this very tough defense?
I think there's almost no question that what they're doing offensively at the beginning of the game will change several times before we're finished.
Well, that's what the defense they're facing forces you to do. You have to be ready to adjust and make some changes. It's too complex a defensive scheme to just attack it one set way.
And here are the Pelicans now after the basket by Utah. No good from Valanciunas.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Texas. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And, of course, there's Utah, a game and a half out.
Checking out Utah, they've surprised a few people this season. It was hard to tell what direction they'd go in, but no doubt they're on the right track.
Yeah, things are falling their way this season, Clark, and it's good to see. They made a few subtle changes to the roster over the summer, and most people didn't really think too much of it, but those moves have paid off. I mean, they're having a good season.
So it's the Pelicans now. They trail by 1, and he converts the layup. Valanciunas has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Beasley, the pass to Richards. Hits it from 3-point range. So it's the Pelicans now. Keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And you just had to admire the versatility they showed offensively back then.
Yeah, their scoring came from all over the place. If one approach didn't work for them, they found another that did.
Utah with the ball. He kicks it to Beasley. Wide open look. It's rebounded by Ingram.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
With the lead pass. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got his 2nd basket.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Pelicans 4th.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
No good from Ingram.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now the pass to Richards. Drops one in from the wing. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, he's been working hard to get good looks, and it's paying off for him early.
Number 44. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
The Jazz have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Knocked away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving into the hoop with authority and force.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
And so here is New Orleans after the miss from Beasley. To the inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Knocks it loose. Dishes to Green. Beasley with the steal. He's got a clear path. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when. Hey, guys, let's take a look at how the Pelicans performed last month. First in three-point shooting, 5th in rebounding. And they also show up in the top 5 in not giving up the ball. This is a low-turnover team. They value possessions, and they really concentrate on taking care of the rock.
And you look at those numbers, and what obviously stands out is first in the league in three-point shooting. That's amazing. They've just done a nice job of spacing the floor, getting good looks for their shooters out there, and really passing the ball unselfishly.
And here are the Pelicans now after the basket by Utah. Launches it. Good. He's got 7.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Passes it to Richards. Launches a 3. No luck. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And there's the feed to Graham.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
And the Pelicans making a change here. And here are the Pelicans now. 4-point game. Zeller grabs the board. He dishes it to Beasley. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Number 2.
How about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Here's Temple. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the big thing with him is that corner three-point shot. That's his spot. He loves drifting to that area. And so defensively, you've got to keep an eye on him. But what that does is it limits the amount of help you can give when he's on the floor.
And I also want to point out how good he is at positioning himself defensively near the bucket. He knows how to draw a charge.
And now running up the court, Lewis pushing it up. And he goes in for the dunk. Mark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Here's Walker. The Pelicans make their last shot. Butler goes in. Walker lets it go from deep, and the shot is good. Walker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Lewis misses.
We got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
I like the way they've set the tone. You know, they're going to have to continue to work at it, but rebounds will be key in this game, no question about it.
Walker dishes to Gay. Butler on the way. From the arc. A second chance effort. And Jones pulls it down. New Orleans leading by 4. Lewis kicks to Jones. On the wing, Nance. Trains the three-pointer.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Utah's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Butler kicks to Gay. Feeds to Tucker. Back to Gay. It's stolen by Jones. Jumps up. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
1:15 left to play here in the first. He feeds it to Gay. Sinks the triple. Gay's got his first 3 points of the game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 6. Temple. The pass to Lewis. Kicks to Temple. Puts it up. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. .59 seconds left in the first quarter. The dish to Butler from past the arc. And the Jazz another 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Jones kicks to Lewis. A three-pointer, no good. Jazz trailed by 3. Tipped away. Stolen by Lewis. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And that one hits back iron.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Butler dishes to Gay. Pass to Walker. The Jazz working the ball around now.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Well, one of the better free throw shooting teams in the NBA. They're hitting about 80% from the line this year.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Jones has got his second basket of the night. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Butler. Good on the triple. Here's Lewis. The shot is no good. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Garrett Temple, and it's Jones in at the power forward position. And the Pelicans making a change here. Tucker, the pass to Olynyk. He kicks it to Tucker. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the line. Shot is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Jazz trail by 6. Tipped. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
And the Jazz with possession. After the made shot from Ingram, Tucker. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Jazz have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That's good from Tucker. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Tucker. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Graham kicks to Valanciunas. It's blocked. Lays out. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. 9th in fewest turnovers per game. 12th in rebounding. And when we look at the free throw shooting numbers, not very strong. Top 20 in the league. That begs for improvement.
No, they're a smart team. You talked about those few turnovers, and that's the number that really stands out to me when you go down that list of stats. They're smart. They don't take a lot of crazy gambles. They try to work the ball around the perimeter, get it inside when they can, and get the best shot every time down the floor.
Here's Beasley after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Back to Beasley. Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Utah. Pelicans leading by 8. Number 44. And another three for New Orleans.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Well, just too many easy buckets, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here. That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Here now, the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. The Pelicans fourth.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be scoring well at the same time. This club is really putting up big numbers.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Utah Jazz. They host the Clippers after this game. That will complete this four-game homestand.
Some really good games going on. How about that Denver one? That's an interesting game.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Gets the bucket.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Gives him the lead pass. And Graham throws it down hard.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Beasley off a pick from Richards. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 11 points in the game.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Pass to Valanciunas. Foul call that time. On the way up, that'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Utah has its hands full guarding against Valanciunas.
He has 8 points and 1 steal as well.
The Jazz making a switch here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And there's the pass to Richards. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Sexton. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Oh, he's explosive, Kevin. I mean, a lot of time, all it takes is a basket or two to really get his motor running. And suddenly, he becomes almost impossible to handle.
And another thing that stands out about him, Steve, he has the ability to score even with defenders draped all over him. He's so strong around the goal.
So it's Utah now, trailing by 13. Beasley comes with the double team. Number 44 lays it up and banks it in. 12 points for him.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school, just physical play in the paint, dominates.
No good. Pelicans leading by 15. Leads him in there. Here's Valanciunas. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Valanciunas. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Number 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Here's Graham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Graham's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
They set the pick. Deflected. It's Beasley on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from 19. Misses off the right iron.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Pass to Ingram. Dishes it to Graham. The rebound by the Jazz. Beasley's got his third rebound on the night. They host the Clippers after this game, and that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Man, you know the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one. I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Here's the break. Fires the three. No good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Number 44. Banked in off the glass. He's got 14.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
One-on-one fast break. Number 2. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Both good from the line that time. Utah calls timeout. Jazz trailed by 19. Ball's knocked loose. And they're running. Here's Graham. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
So it's Utah now. The Pelicans make their last shot.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Beasley, the pass to Richards. Blocked, but they recover it. To the paint, second shot opportunity. Pass to Ingram. Now the feed to Graham. He dishes it to Valanciunas, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin. You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And, Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic. Now a chance, Kevin, to take a look at how the Jazz fared over the last month. 6th in fewest turnovers per game. 12th in scoring. And they're in the top half of the league in shooting from deep as well. This is a strong suit for this team, knocking down those shots from behind the arc.
Now, they're a smart team. You talked about those few turnovers. That's the number that really stands out to me when you go down that list of stats. They're smart. They don't take a lot of crazy gambles. They try to work the ball around the perimeter, get it inside when they can, and get the best shot every time down the floor.
Sexton off the mark, and the drought continues.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after bucket after bucket, giving up a huge run here. They're working in closer to the bucket here in the second.
Yeah, Clark, the threes really weren't falling early, and sometimes seeing a few easy ones go down can get your offense back into a groove. Tell you what, despite that hot start from long range, they've really gotten away from the three-point shot now.
And I know that's sacrilegious to you, Steve. I mean, being a shooter and all in your pass, you figure you should be firing away from out there at all times, but the mid-range game and in-between games served me quite well, but that hasn't been the best meal ticket for them here in the second half. You got to go with what you do best.
So it's Utah now, following the score by New Orleans. It's Beasley on the wing. Pulls it up. And that one comes up a bit short.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Good.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
And Utah has possession. Here's Markin. Shot is blocked. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Number 2. New Orleans moving it around. And it's Graham missing. And now Utah, fast break. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Feeds to Valanciunas. The rim-rattling two-handed jam. And that's how you exploit a gap in the D, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. No soft finish there. Major power.
Wow. He knows an opportunity for the highlight reel when he sees one.
There's the triple. Count the bucket. He's got 9. Runs a pretty lopsided game through the first half. New Orleans.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And welcome everyone to the halftime show. Out at American Airlines Center, the Mavericks with the lead against the Lakers. About midway through the third out there. And another one also in progress. For the Cavaliers, a closely contested game against the Houston Rockets. Still a 2-point game in that one in the fourth quarter of play. And a look here at the other NBA action. For the Spurs, they'll be up against the Timberwolves out in Minnesota. Start time is 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
That'll be important to see, if they can slow him down in the second half here, because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you've got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, front him, play behind, double team him. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Jazz.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
Utah has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Here's Beasley. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
I like it, Kev. Just switch it up.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
There's the screen. Poked loose. Number 44, defended by Richards. Number 44. Rebound, Utah.
Now, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
Defensive foul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
No good on the quick 3.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yep, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
Here's the pick. Here's Sexton. It's blocked. Number 2, defended by Richards. Graham dishes to Valanciunas. The pass to Ingram. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively. And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Number 44. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beasley, and the bucket counts. Here's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Well, Kevin, he's extremely adept at creating his own shot. You know, we got a lot of catch-and-shoot guys in the NBA, but players who can beat you off the dribble and score are tough to come by.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Ingram. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Richards. Here's Sexton. The Jazz with another miss. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Passes to Ingram. Beyond the arc. Good on the shot. 16 points for him.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Another steal. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And finished off by Graham. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break.
Here's Sexton. The offensive rebound. To the middle. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Zeller's got 5 now.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside.
Oh, man, what a play.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Richards. Number 3. Cannot hit. And New Orleans will come the other way. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Nance passes to Ingram. Good. He's got 18.
Boy, they've looked good in the open floor today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, they've been doing the right thing, Steve. Anytime they've had numbers, they've gone straight up court with it right away.
Boom. Knocked loose. He feeds it to Zeller. Shoots. The shot's good from Richards. Well, for New Orleans, shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Plenty of space. And he hits the jump shot. Here's Graham. He's got 13. The pass to Ingram. And another 3 for New Orleans.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Down low. Here's Zeller, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Zeller's got 4 points now in the quarter. Number 44, by Beasley.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. And they've been very patient on offense. I see you.
Makes it off the glass. Beasley's got 10 points.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Back to Nance. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Stolen by Lewis. And here comes the break. All going up court. The shot's good from Nance.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And Tucker kicks to Olynyk. There's the dish to Tucker. They get a hand on it. He's all alone. Here's Murphy. Look out.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And Walker kicks to Gay. This is to Tucker. Shot to stop the run. Rejected by Murphy. Back to Gay. Outside, Walker. Gay drives in. And the rebound goes to Murphy. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Here's Temple. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And now let's bring you the list of the top three-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. Pelicans, number 1.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in, and Walker kicks to Butler. The Jazz working the ball around now, and that one's good by Gay.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
There's the feed to Temple. From deep. Utah with the rebound. Outside for Lewis. And it's off from three-point range. Utah has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Butler with the ball, now defended by Lewis, and it's Walker penetrating. Butler, it's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 3rd rebound tonight, puts the lead pass in front of him, and the shot is good. Murphy's got 9.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Gay dishes to Tucker. He passes to Butler. Kicks it to Tucker. Poked away. Shot clock at 5. Outside, Walker. This one for 3.
Down in the game right now, they're pressing a little bit, trying to get back with the three-point shot. The three-point shot can be a very valuable weapon, but it has to be used smartly and judiciously. You can't fall in love with the 3.
Pass to Murphy. Off target with his 3. And here's Walker. And that one's good.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
The Pelican shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Utah with the rebound. Walker's got his 4th rebound in this one. And no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And for the Jazz, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. So for New Orleans right now, they've got Jones, and it's Lewis in at the point guard position. He kicks to Temple. It's rebounded by Olynyk.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Tucker the pass to Olynyk, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Olynyk's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Utah. And Temple kicks to Lewis. Gets a very good look and converts.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Got a piece of it. Outside Butler. He dishes it to Gay. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And the Pelicans making a change here. Murphy's checked in. Clock at 6. Number 10, defended down by Temple. And not sure what he was thinking there. And here's Murphy. The shot is off. Walker with some nice D. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Lewis dishes to Temple. Outside for Lewis. No good from outside.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Feeds it to Murphy. Lewis passes to Murphy. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Passes it to Walker. He feeds it to Butler. Back to Walker for the 3, and that one's good. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Jones kicks to Temple. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
The kick outside to Butler. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Walker against Lewis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Butler against Lewis. Right side to Walker. Back to Butler. 3-pointer. 6 on the shot clock. Butler missing again. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Murphy kicks to Hayes. It's rebounded by Olynyk. Utah has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Walker goes in. Gay, a 3. It's rebounded down by Temple. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Pass to Walker. Off the left rim and out. The Pelicans shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And Temple kicks to Hayes. And that one's good. Jazz shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Olynyk sets a screen for Walker. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Gay, that's good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Lewis kicks to Temple.
You know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Jones drives in. Temple.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Walker's shot is off.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Lewis dishes to Hayes. Outside, Jones. Lewis outside. Off target from outside. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Walker the pass to Butler.
That's his second personal foul.
Jones against Gay. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
It's Murphy outside. kept alive. Goes back up. Jones kicks to Hayes. A stupendous finish in traffic. Hayes has got 5 points in the quarter.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of. Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Jones drives in. Hayes defended by Olynyk. Lewis dishes to Temple. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Butler against Lewis. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Butler. He's got 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Lewis attacking. Temple the pass to Hayes, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
New Orleans gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And Temple kicks to Hayes. And stolen by Gay. Inside. Rejected by Murphy. Here's Temple. Jones drives in. And the layup's good off the glass.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
They sure are. You got to come up with something. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Murphy against Gay. It's tipped. And Hayes kicks to Murphy. Gets it to go. Murphy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Olynyk can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside. They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Now here is Murphy. He's tightly guarded. Jones for 3. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Olynyk dishes to Butler. Number 10, defended by Jones. Number 10. And again, unable to change momentum here. Well, for New Orleans, shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Jones kicks to Temple. Shot is off. And Utah the other way now. There's 1:38 left in the 4th. Number 10. He's guarded by Murphy. And the pass to Butler. Makes the lead pass. Number 10. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Jones from outside. Gets it to go.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the 3-point shot. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
1:05 left to play here in the 4th. And another 3 for New Orleans.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight, because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
Number 10. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Zeller, he's checked in for Olynyk. Now here's Hayes. Now Lewis. 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 6 to shoot. On deep. But they'll get another chance. And Hayes kicks to Lewis. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Tries a three. No good. Number 10. Missed. So we'll see the Pelicans taking the W here.